afternoon, good evening, and good morning to wherever you're watching. Welcome on into this week's episode of Battle Nations Radio, guys. A lot to talk about this week. As we set up the Battle Nations Radio, the plan was to what's up, Wiver? What's up, PogChamp? Yep, trying to help out my Euro friends here. But guys, as we started Battle Nations Radio, the plan was to bring you weekly news updates to the game and stuff like that. There was a lot. We had an update, which we're going to talk about. A little bit of controversy, which we will also be getting into tonight. I'm going to try and kind of play that middle ground. If you have any thoughts, if you want to hop on and express your thoughts, the phone lines are open here. But yeah, we're going to get into all of that. Let me see if my camera's working here. I know I just froze. There we go. But yeah, so guys, as we get kicked off, let's start with our mainline event here. The mainline event being that we got level 49. That update came out on Friday. Not too terribly late at night. And let's go ahead and read off the patch notes together. I know I'm a little bit late about this. I'm sure you got this information from otherwhere, but let's go ahead and read that out real quick. And let me switch over to Discord right now. So guys, level 49 patch notes. Let's read them off here. They are entering maintenance shortly. And what we're looking at is the new update hot off the press. Get it now and get back on the battlefield. And it is version 4.11 release notes with level 49 is here. Veterans, heavier tanks, silver wolves, and more units are now available. Improvements, app update available message now links to relevant storefronts to reduce update release day confusion. And the infection test facility now has a hint message when no units are available to infect. With that, we are looking at some bug fixes. Oh, sorry about that. Those bug fixes, and can you all see my screen here? Yes, so bug fixes or infection test facility are now properly display costs with black nanos owned and highlights red when not enough are owned. Fixed status effect with damage buffs, i.e. freeze, fixed units. What's up, Judge? How are you doing, man? Fixed lag experience on iOS 26. So with that, guys, that sums up the update. And I seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulties with my screen here. Let me go ahead and drop this off. We're getting a little bit full screen here. We are going to have damage modifiers from status effects were fixed earlier than the level cap. Gotcha. I was just going off of the status notes here. Well, let me go ahead and try sharing again. Give me a second. Can you all still hear me? Perfect. There we go. Perfect. Looks to be functioning just fine now. So, with that being said, that's the update. No prestige, no nothing like that. I know some people were hopeful for that. I was somewhat hopeful for that too. But nothing really there. So this month, big focus is we got level 49. We have infected, which has been a ton of fun, and we also have some anti-cheat, and we will be getting into that here shortly. Going to let people roll in, guys. If you're here, let's go ahead and do the roll call. See who's in here tonight. We have Wiver, Chicken, Judge. Good to see y'all. But with that, I do have some prepared statements, and we are going to we'll hop on the train a little bit tonight. We'll talk about it. We are going to have some special guests join us tonight as well. All right, we're not going to do that. No need to use that. Vet has been a highlight of the update. Indeed, mine is almost, it's about halfway to R4. It really has. I like the heavier tank a lot. That's a unit that I'm going to eventually mass produce. I have 45 widgets, so I can produce a decent amount now. But yes. And steel has been a big problem. So as people are rolling in here, Got some Lightning Dragoons from being careless. So many promotions, so little steel. I got to mass produce too. Yeah, it's become kind of a whole thing here. Oh, that's my Discord. Go ahead and check. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and get through the statements that I wrote down here. Yes. Okay. So we'll have some gameplay in the background while we talk about this. But guys, I did give my thoughts, kind of covering the situation on BNAP stream on Monday. We are going to talk about it a little bit today. Probably going to try and stick with it on this stream. This is the radio, so we'll have to give you the news. But we won't be getting. I'm going to try and keep this kind of like we talk about it, and then hopefully we hear nothing more of it. So, let's drag out new gameplay from the update. So much steel drought. Yeah, it does. Like getting level 49 now and waiting a little bit has been super nice. So I do appreciate that. But guys, let me go ahead and get started here. So guys, big news this week is on Thursday night, or I guess Friday morning, talking about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There were some messages in the in Donator General where players were complaining or questioning why they had negative nanopods. To respond to this, Alex reposted the self-report or something along those lines, which prompted a large presence in Battle Nations VC. There are about 70 players maxed out, and it turns out there was a can't use that right there. There was essentially a situation where players were being gifted nanopods by other players, and due to that, their gifted nanopods were reverted out, and not a lot, but some players were presenting with negative nanos. And this was due to, I believe it was a hack server client, which was producing those negative nanos, and that led to the devs doing a couple month-long investigation, and they were finally able to get to the bottom of it. With this, we did have a good amount of. We had a good amount of. A majority of where this was taking place was in a guild. I'm not really going to name names, but this was distributed by a player in that guild. That player has been banned from the game. That is no longer going to be an issue. But the devs have cracked down pretty hard on it. And actually, with that, I'm going to go ahead and read off the statement that the devs have provided about this, along with the punishment. So let's go ahead and get into that. A little bit of a list here. All right. So this is on 10/18. So I believe this was on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Saturday. Yeah. So on Saturday, so about 24-ish hours after the fallout, Clays. Let's go over that real quick after this. That's a good call out there. Alex said, as many of you are aware, Madrona has moved to sanction some players for exploiting bugs in Battle Nations for gameplay advantages. This occurred in primarily two ways. A bug existed that allowed a hack client to force Steam purchase receipts that were canceled through our system and have the nanopods granted. Many users were tricked into believing that they could get free nanos from these bad actors who posed as whales wanting to aid their guild. Yeah, Clays, you're going to be kind of stuck with the rebels there. That's the only way to get biles as of right now. But going back to this, a couple of exploits existed that allowed a hack client to purchase certain unavailable units and not have unit tag restrictions enforced in battle due to these checks mistakenly only being functional on the client side. These issues have been fully patched server side, so they cannot be further exploited. For each of the exploit paths, here are resolution paths. So, for users who have provided their credentials to individuals and received exploited nanos, you have the option to correct nanopod deficits through Patreon and IAPs. That's just purchasing nanopods. If your account reaches a zero or positive balance, no additional actions will be taken on your account. In the coming days, if your nanopod balance is negative, the system will randomly remove and refund nanopod units and buildings until your account has reached a neutral balance, so back to zero. If your account has a negative balance, still has a negative balance, you will once again have the opportunity to correct your deficit through Patreon IAPs or for several days. If after the final reconciliation period your account remains negative, you'll be fully reset and all progress, past purchases, Patreon rewards, including exclusive Patreon perks, will be irreversibly lost. So for most of the conversation, for most of the talking through this mostly with people who might have been involved with this, it sounds like most people have purchased their way back to zero. That is good. It's giving some of that lost revenue back to Madrona. I think that is the most mature way to handle it, in my opinion, and I'm happy they are going about that route. Now, for users who abuse client-side cheats to perform infractions, including but not limited to using naval units in land battles, we have extremely detailed logs of all the battles that occurred and and with exactly which units. The units used during these encounters, both valid and invalid, have their abilities reset and SP completely deleveled. Oof. Any building or any units or buildings that you should not have access to will be removed from your account. Resource penalties will be levied on your account. Wimps will have their abilities and SP reset regardless of wimp usage in cheated battles. That wimp grind is something serious. That's a pretty harsh punishment. For the very limited group of users who created and or sold hacked clients, your main and alt accounts will be terminated from the service completely and irreversibly. Madrona will not tolerate conduct and that corrodes fair play or diminishes the experiences for other players. With that, so while no action is being taken at the time, Madrona reserves the right to pursue legal remedies against individuals or entities that distribute or profit from tools that that compromises our service. Do not assume that residing overseas shields you from legal action. We will use established procedures, including the Hague Service Convention, to effect service and pursue enforcement where warranted. Now, this gets to the lighter side. There were a lot of people who were, kind of this situation kind of fell upon them. I think they were, actively receiving nanos at first, and then they said, "Hey, this is sketchy. Let's report this to the devs." So with that, to those who have submitted reports of cheating, thank you. Your reports have helped us maintain the integrity of the game, which is critical for the success of our exciting multiplayer plans. Many were frustrated by the apparent lack of action that was taken, understandably so. Today, we can finally explain why. Due to the game's current single-player nature, we had a unique position where these exploits did not affect our other players. As such, we took the opportunity to silently monitor the cheating occurring and to gather as much information on potential game vulnerabilities and the actors behind said exploits without tipping them off. This allowed us to clean up several exploits to ensure they could not be leveraged again in the future, so in multiplayer. Then that being said, multiplayer is coming, which means exploits can have an impact on other users. This is why corrective actions are taking place now before guilds, boss strikes, and other content that allows players to compete against each other become tainted by these issues. In the future, our corrective actions will be much more swift and aggressive. As a warning to all, bans will include as the default corrective action rather than the revocation methods used to date. Madrona is deeply committed to ensuring a level playing field for our players. At the end of the day, we hope that this is a learning lesson for those affected on digital hygiene and keeping your account secure. If you are concerned about your account being compromised, remember Madrona ID has a log out of everything feature. Right there, good to know. We hope that this accounting of what occurred and the remediation steps we are taking has been insightful. Let's take the chance to move forward, get back to the battlefield, and prepare your armies for multiplayer. So, with that corrective action, there was a lot of there was a lot of smack talk. There was a lot of smack talk in the Donator General. Everyone's kind of familiar with the situation. Thank you, Judge, for the assist there. But there was a lot of smack talk, a lot of blame. Some people thought that the punishments were too light. Some people thought that the punishments were just right. Or maybe the punishments were a little bit too heavy. Chat, kind of curious to hear your perspectives on it as well, if y'all want to chime in. But with that, basically, trash talking back and forth, yada, yada, yada. A little bit of that like drama slop content was going on for a while, rage baiting, people making insane defenses of doing this. It was all over the place. I'm always absent with the lore happens. Yeah, Judge, I'm trying to give the recap right here. Now, with that being said, we did kind of have this situation where what was it, like an anonymous player? I have it written down. Yes, an anonymous player on Sunday released some logs of chat logs from MM's Discord. It was a humongous downloadable file. I do not encourage you to download that file, as I would not encourage people to download things randomly from the internet. Do that at your own risk. Some people's lack of internet safety knowledge has already gotten them in trouble in the game. So please be very cautious when downloading a file off the internet. I would not advise doing so. I'm stating that here publicly. With that, he or she, whoever this anonymous user was, also provided screenshots from the chat, which were, they were somewhat incriminating among some of the leadership in the guild, and I think that has been addressed. And I think the guild is hopefully taking the proper steps to kind of reform their image and get back to being a good, positive part of the community. I think we as a whole can agree that the more guilds there are, the more competitiveness. That's better for the game, the longevity of the game. We don't want to see something ruined by the game. Now, with that being said, I think the frustration here, and my biggest frustration that I've had through this process, is number one, in a way, I'm glad that this has helped the devs develop their anti-cheat. That's good. I'm glad that happened before multiplayer. That is a positive. But also, we do have the situation of, we do have the situation that, this took away devs' time from developing multiplayer and a lot of the other features that people wanted to engage in. And the most frustrating part is that people who were actively halt the development of multiplayer by cheating, known or unknown, we're also complaining about the lack of content in the game. And that's where the frustration lied with me of, okay, you were complaining, but you were also engaging in this sketchy behavior, whether you knew it or not. That's essentially where I lie on the issue. It's, you should have known better, especially if you're an adult. We've all had the internet safety talk. Hopefully, if you haven't, please just be extra cautious on the internet. We're going to go forward. There's going to be a lot of new and multiplayer content coming. The devs really tease that in the donator link or donator chat. But please just try your best to not engage in the suspicious activity, as it does really hinder the game. And I know there are a lot of people who were cheating unknowingly, who didn't want to negatively affect the game like this. Trying to shoot you straight down the middle here. For the chat, do you have any questions? We're going to kind of open up the phone lines here to talk about this. I have reached out to players who were involved. I am going to respect everybody's anonymity here. But I have reached out to players who, received nanos through this exploit. I've talked to dissenting players who are really upset about the situation. I've tried to talk with a bunch of players throughout the community to get the general feel. So Tom, we were recapping the Battle Nations nanopod drama situation. Trying to shoot everyone straight down the line. I appreciate all my UK boys and gals hopping in here. I'm trying to be really, really friendly to the brothers and sisters across the pond here, and also treat this radio as a little bit of an appetizer for AP stream coming later. So I appreciate everyone hopping in. If you haven't, please make sure to hit that like button. It does greatly affect the stream. But yes, we were supposed to be having some special guests tonight. Unsure if they're going to be hopping on, but let's go ahead and talk about that. That is a good question. Clays, let's get you on here. So I don't have a salamander personally. Yeah, I've been producing out the wazoo. But let's go ahead and take a look at the salamander. So, and we'll go ahead and pull up the Battle Nations wiki as well. Just want to have all the stats in front of me. So, with the salamander, my opinion of it is that it's a good unit. It's only 50 nanos, so you're really not breaking the bank with it by any means. If you are limited on nanos, I would advise you go for M10s or save them or something more. But if you are just wanting to have fun with all the units in the game, this is a really good unit to have fun with. I'm eventually going to try and get there to have one of every unit, get them ranked up. I think it's gonna be really fun to talk about kind of in later videos, and we'll get that down the line. But Clay is essentially what I'm doing. My strategy has been, as you can see, is that I have almost 1,600 nanos. I'm really just saving them for when multiplayer comes out. Really just kind of waiting to see what the meta is going to be for boss strike or PvP. But yeah, these are really good units. They're really fun units. They're a great way to diversify your army, and they are really effective. I'm not super high on fire damage myself. I think it's kind of an underwhelming DOT effect in the game, damage over time effect. But yeah, it is really it's a really fun unit to use. Its art style is really cool, which I do appreciate. But yeah, it is a it's super fun. It's a lot of fun. Made critter grinding a breeze until UMGs. Yes, yeah. UMGs are the best way to critter grind. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're really easy to rank up to R6. If you haven't, guys, now's the time. Get those to R6. That's probably the second most important unit before Wimps, or after Wimps, to have R6 for boss strike. Legitimately, there are no other units I can think of that are better than UMGs or Wimps for boss strike. Now with level 49, we'll get into it. We do have the Mercenary Vault. Mine is at R10. The only free-to-play options here are going to be your Wolf Grenadier at 49 merits and gold, and your Wolf Thug rocking with 2 Uzis at 42 merits and some gold. Those are both fun units to use. They're not really game-changing. I would recommend the Grenadier over the Wolf Thug, and we can show those off a little bit too. Now also we have the Orphanage, which I'm going to get ready to build here, but as everyone else is having the issue, I am low on steel from training everything, so we are getting some steel. Probably not going to make it for a while. I have higher priority things to use towards steel right now, and really don't need XP as I'm already at level 49. I'll kind of cruise my way to maxing out at 49. And yeah, not too much to talk about there. We are just kind of getting the last of those modern duplexes leveled up, so that'll be good. Units also that we have available. The one that I'm most tempted by this update, the nano unit that is most tempting to me this update, is going to be. Now this is a glitch that I've been having, which is kind of unfortunate. I do need to report this to the devs. If y'all have been having this, please let me know down in the comments. And Thug is fun, but it's used, but it's situational, not ideal for every battle. Yeah, exactly right, Judge. It's pretty good for boars. That's kind of it. But I have been having this glitch where if I am training a unit and I try and scroll down, it will reset. It will hop back on. I'm not doing anything. It's the same for the barracks, which is kind of interesting. So if I'm training the Wimp here and I try and scroll down, it's going to shoot back up. So I'm not sure if that has been brought to the devs' attention. I'm hoping that it has. Known bug. Okay, cool. Glad that is known. Yeah, so wish I could show off the units there. Now with that, guys, this is your 9-day countdown. We are only going to have one more stream before we are going to be losing our access to black nanos for a year. Yeah, Judge, it did come with the update. This was not present beforehand, but yes, this is the last 9 days, where we can go ahead and get black nanos, guys. My recommended strategy, if you're not familiar, save 35 black nanos at the end of the month. The devs will be giving everyone a free 15 black nanos. If you have 36 black nanos, make sure to go ahead and convert unit. You just want to go over, and then when you have 50 black nanos and the event is over, make sure to save them. Bigfoot is going to be the best thing, which is available at level 53 if I'm not mistaken. Bigfoot is going to be the best thing to infect, because you get a Mauler unit, which is really good, and you also have the highest percentage to get a Colossus. I don't have a Colossus. Is the 15 free? No, the 15 black nanos is free for everyone. They're doing that because they had no missions associated with black nanopods. Yes, you can still buy black nanopods after the month is over. I am almost positive about that. So nothing huge there. All right, what are we looking at here? Yes, so black nanos will still be available as a nano feature. I wouldn't recommend saving your nanos for something else. Personally, I think I think we're gonna have more to come. But guys, another fun thing that I wanted to do. How do I have so many vials? Clays, I have so many vials because I needlessly hound the southern frontier, heartland, attacking these guys just all the time. I don't have very good drop luck. Actually, they're available now, so let's go ahead and see if we have any. But yeah, I've just been kind of needlessly farming this area. But yeah, guys, another fun segment that I had planned for tonight. This was actually supposed to be for next week, but I don't think we're going to have the special guest join us tonight. So let's go ahead and do this now. Is I want to lay out my personal roadmap that I have essentially built out for Battle Nations through March of 2026. These are no promises. I have been given no insights by the devs. Nothing along those lines. These are just my personal beliefs. These are not reflective of Madrona. But yeah, I kind of want to go over where I think the game is going to go within the next 6 months. And so let's get into that. So as we finish up October here, we are looking at no new updates in October. We're going to finish out this month. They might have a quick patch update just to get rid of infected. But we've got what we've gotten. We've gotten our 2 updates in October, and that's going to be about it. And then I have my estimation that for the about the second weekend in about the second weekend in November, and let me go ahead and take a look at the calendar here. Is going to be. So my guesstimation is that I think that November 15th, we will see an update that rolls out guilds. I don't think it will have a level cap increase, but I would expect that November 15th is when we're probably going to see that guild update around that time. That would be my guesstimation. Again, all just guesses here. And then with that guild update, it will also come embedded with the code for boss strike and with an announcement of a boss strike very shortly after. That is very optimistic. I know some people are, not as optimistic about that. That's personally where I lie on that. So with that, I would expect that boss strike will get about 2 weeks for everyone to form into their guilds, get that all formed up, everyone to get nice and comfortable in their guilds. And then I believe that the first boss strike will start either the 27th or the 28th. So for my American viewers, that will be that will be November 27th, I believe, will be the start of the first boss strike.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
Oh my God, is that a ghost? Well, guys, welcome to the chat. This is welcome AP to the stream. Let me go ahead and.
What's up, bro?
What's going on? All right. Is there an echo, and can y'all hear AP?
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, they can hear it. So AP, the segment I am doing right now is I'm giving my he lives in the walls, no echo, perfect. So what I'm doing right now is I have built out a roadmap through March 1st of Battle Nations, or what I realistically think is going to happen. And
okay.
So want to walk through this with you. AP is inevitable. So what I think, we're done with October. We might get a little update on November 1st, just getting rid of the infected content. You kind of in agreement there. Nothing's coming in October. This is it.
I'm optimistic. I feel like we could see one at the end of the month, but that's me. That's like 30, on Halloween maybe, but I doubt it. To be honest. So that was like a day I was willing to juggle around, but I gave up.
So I'm probably not too far behind you. I have November 15th or November 14th, which is a Friday in November. November 14th is the day that I have essentially kind of circled on the map here for when I think that that we'll get the guilds and boss strike code update in the game.
Wait, say that last part. The boss strike what? The code?
The boss strike code in the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that could work.
AP emerged from the shadows. Don't tell him I ever called him the Mr. Beast of BN YouTubers. Dude, Endless might be the Mr. Beast of YouTube givers.
Yeah, it might be, bro. That is true.
Him or Nanos?
Oh wait, it didn't work. I feel like it's Endless. I gotta say Endless.
Yeah. He really wants people to have compounds. Yeah, I'll take one.
You don't want one, man.
Dude, I want a compound so badly. I wanted one when I was a kid too. It was the most exciting thing for me. Never got one. That was not a $50 I could swallow as a kid.
I don't think I had any nano units back then.
Oh, come on, you had it. Yeah,
besides like, cause again, like I was playing my dad's alt.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I was farming for my dad. So whatever units he bought on that account, I did have a super tank. It was dead. That was like the first thing I killed. I definitely remember that memory.
Didn't even get any of the nano secondary attacks.
No. Oh, heck no. I didn't even know like the heavy recon. I love the heavy recon. Did not know it had that triple strike.
Yeah. That was like the point of the heavy recon, but it's cool that you used it for the fire damage.
No, I just liked it. It looked cool. That and like the name Heavy Recon.
What's up, Janice Bongo? How are you doing, man? Or woman? But yeah, so I think my prediction is that so we'll get that, and that will be our one like pretty big update, but one update for November, and then the first boss strike. They'll give 2 weeks for people to get nice and comfortable, in their guilds, let all that drama sort out, get kind of a 2-week time frame, and they'll give us that heads up when the update comes out. And then I'm thinking Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving is going to be the first boss strike day. If that makes sense.
Day after Thanksgiving. Actually, you might be spitting, bro.
Because that's kind of like a period where like everyone's kind of just finished up their travel. Not a lot of people are working. More people will have time to focus on the game. I kind of think
people are out of school.
Yeah, exactly. I'm convinced that only adults play this game for people who were children back in the day.
That is true. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone I've spoken to have been like at least above 21.
Yeah. No.
And they're all like people back then, that like, yeah, I used to play Battle. I've only met a handful of people that have said, no, I've never played Battle Nations. This is my first time.
Yeah, that's a rarity. But adults, still have time off. But yeah, so I think that will be the weekend first boss strike. Question to you, chat. Question to you, AP. Do you think it's going to be like? I realistically think it's either only going to be Raiders or Rebels. You lean in one way or the other on that?
I'm on low key say probably like Raiders, solely because I feel like the Raiders are easier than the Rebels.
Yeah.
So, and everyone is used to the Raiders, knows what's going up.
Yep.
Hopefully we get the boar.
The B10 boar, dude, that would be I don't know.
I doubt they'll give us that one first.
Yeah, I don't see them ripping that one right off. Dune is saying Rebels are tough. Yeah, Rebels are pretty tough. Wiver is saying I think it will be later. Wiver, do you know something? Infected. I would love an infected boss strike. I just don't see him flipping it out that quickly. Right? You think there's any hope of that?
Wait, say that one more time?
Do you think there's any hope of an infected boss strike?
No. Oh no, it's too late.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so.
Judge said I think there are new younger players, but they are in general chat of the VN server. Yeah. Everyone just all the elitists, aka all the people who played back in the day, are in Donator General.
All the elitists.
Sorry, that sounded really. That one's gonna get me really in trouble.
Nah, I'm stealing that, bro.
Oh my goodness. Wiver said no, I don't get closed door info. I just think it'll be a bit longer due to rework. Okay, interesting. But Wiver, for the sake of this roadmap, that's where I'm at. I think we'll have our first boss strike then. So that's November for me. I think that's a pretty solid November. We're not seeing any level cap increase. But yeah, that's where I'm at. AP, if you were to assign November updates, any new gameplay, where are you at with that?
Oh God. I'm
No
like trying to
pressure.
remember like the video I filmed about this a bit.
Oh boy.
I mean, obviously the next so into November, yeah. Possibly we could see an update literally last day of October. If anything, I feel like it would probably be like a small update where it's like fixing bugs, maybe banning some more people. You know,
just
you know the
it's just a wheeling and dealing update. No actual new content.
Yeah, no new content, but hey, it's gonna bring, you know, enjoyment to the fan base to see some people banned, right?
Yeah, I think people were more excited about the BN drama than the actual level 49
actual update. I think it got low-key overshadowed. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, oh yeah, there are events, but hey, F you, man.
Yeah. I do think in November we have to see guilds. We have to see guilds, and I'm hoping we see it on the early side of November. I really can't give dates. I just can't put a number to it. But I would think they would let us cook with guilds for like low key a month. Solely because people have to upgrade the guilds. People have to upgrade the guilds.
Okay.
They have to new guilds have to start. We're all going to be curious on like how I hope the BN hideout and Lobo's graphics aren't the only two things that are promoting other guilds. If we don't see a fucking, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. My bad. Okay, all right, hey, there we go. Sweet. Okay, yeah. If we don't fucking see,
okay, Murph, chill.
If we don't see like an in-game, like not leaderboard, but just a list of guilds, just to like free advertisement, it's gonna be rough for the new players trying to get in a guild. Boss Strike comes around, they're like, oh, where do I find guild? Oh my god, man! I don't know why I went European there.
Yeah, I don't think that was European.
My bad. I didn't know why I went Australian there.
Oh my goodness.
But you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Like they have to let us cook for a bit. So as much as like I would love to say we get a boss strike in November, there's also a part of me that I don't see it.
Okay, I respect that. I'm pretty sure there was a guild list back in the day. Yeah, I think there was a guild list back in the day too. Do you think that as punishment they just don't include MM in the guild list ever?
That's crazy.
that's just the punishment. One sec, guys.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's just like, nah, you can't. But no, I okay. So we're thinking pretty similar here. I just think they're gonna push out guilds a little. I think they'll push out Boss Strike pretty quickly after.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah,
I like your idea.
I think 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm trying to think. It was definitely obviously a bigger grace period back in the old game, but yeah. So that's kind of my November. Murph, what are your November thoughts here?
I think we could definitely see guilds. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get a boss strike. I think it would for December maybe we could get a boss strike, but I also think that could be when we get level 50.
Okay. That's a little kind of overlapping with my my ideas here, Murph. But yeah, so my opinion is end of November, beginning of December. That's our first boss strike. I feel pretty. I guess I'm pretty strong on that idea. And with December, I think we'll get like nice like Christmas decorations. I think we'll also get a double SP boost. Weekend in December as like a Merry Christmas. I think that'll be later in the month, or Happy Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. And then I think probably level 50. Maybe. Do you think they just raise it to level 50?
I think they low-key go to 60.
I think it's fine if they go to 60. I mean, there's nothing in the game.
I think they go 60. I think it's gonna go 60. And then, actually, well, Merv, didn't we talk about this? About like the prestige thing coming back or something?
I think level 50 and then prestige would be the best route. Because if we get level 60, if we get a raider boss strike somewhere around then, that's gonna be so AIDS with elite raiders.
Yeah.
Fuck it, they released the whole game.
Good luck. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Oh, what's up, JTV? Good to see you back in here. He said, "What if they do a boss strike and key milestone gives nanos? This would give them a chance to test and run one without giving major game-changing units." Interesting. You see what he's saying instead of like tier 3, 7, and 10 rewards, kind of in order to test the waters and in case there are any major hiccups, they would just be giving us nanos as those rewards again. Murph, popcorn, and
I'd
over
be
to
fine
you.
with that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good like testing grounds, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Global boss strike.
No, I literally hate the idea of it. Might as well have a global guild. We're all in the same guild.
I'm down for what, you don't want to be friends?
I mean, I want to be friends. If I recall the lore correctly, though, person A did not leave person B's guild.
Okay, understandable.
Not the negative nano joke. Would these nanos offset negative nanos? Yeah.
We all can get negative nanos.
We all can get negative nanos.
Didn't the devs say that if you kept negative nanos past like a week or two, that they would just permanently reset your account?
Everything's getting reset, yep.
Yeah.
That would suck.
I mean, shit, if you have a way to get negative nanos by then, just have Snacers pull up again.
Those Dacers, I'm back.
God.
Yeah, no, so I almost don't think they would do just level 50 because it'd be like, hey, here's one level. That just feels like a kind of a slap in the face update. I don't know. I feel like they'd have to do something along with level 50 if they just did level 50. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Level 50 gives us the AS, and then I feel like that's like a huge
Yeah.
bookmark.
It is in Mega Tanks. That is a pretty big update. But
That's a pretty big one.
Yeah,
Just think about it. People are going to be chasing after the frags. I guess I feel like people who have the frags from the AS are going to have a great time in BS.
Yeah. And people who don't, like me, because I'm not getting it anytime when it comes out, are not going to have a good time. Is the timer on that weekly?
oh, it's the same as the Kraken and the Dreadnought. It's 3 to 8 days.
Okay, that's
AC is the only one that's odd man out.
yeah. I suck at the AC too. Well, I beat it, but I'm just not getting any drops from it. Some people are still chasing after some boss drops. Yeah, I'm still chasing after the Clad, which is unfortunate. Now, kind of going back to JTV's point here, the reason that I don't love this idea is because I feel like since the game is already the game is already it's out of beta. Like they kind of finished beta testing already. I don't beta testing in the full game feels a little bit weird to me. Like, okay, maybe we should have kept it in beta for longer, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to because like we've seen mistakes here and there with like SP bug and everything, and I'm fine with those type of mistakes happening within the game. I think it adds like to the community because like we all get to make like have fun with it. We all get to enjoy it, or sometimes it all sucks for us.
Yeah. Like the friends list.
Yeah, like the friends list exactly.
But they patched that relatively quickly. It wasn't a huge deal.
No, they patched everything relatively quickly. Definitely, yeah. I think the SP bug should have lasted a little longer. I also think the Immortal Buoy should have lasted a little longer. Devs,
Immortal Buoy.
I'm talking to you. Yeah.
I don't think we have any devs present here tonight, unfortunately.
I will get some. I would get some. I'm not going live today. I'm live here. So.
Oh, I thought you were going live today. You don't respond to any of my Discord DMs anymore. I just
Okay, first of all, you DM me. I was going to look at it, and it disappeared. I don't know where it went, but I have it. Wait, hold on. Wait. No. Wait. Yeah, you said what time you going live today?
All right, cool.
I looked for it and it disappeared. I don't know where it went.
But you knew what I said, so you could have responded still. It doesn't mean you just have to ignore it. Oh, message disappeared.
Well, I thought you deleted it, so I was just like, all right, never mind.
No, I was treating this one as a little appetizer. I also try and start a little bit early so all the Euro friends can join in too. Let them have some time to talk.
I know. I want to stream a little bit earlier so I can, but like my IRL drops. So like today I was like filming at in Lockhart at like one of their locations.
Yep.
So and then it's like I come back, jump in the shower, and then I try to stream.
Gotta wash all that hair.
It's all the smoke, bro. It's feeling like brisket.
Oh god, smelling like brisket, the horror.
It's great the first few times. After a while,
the community manager might not appreciate it.
She does not like it.
Yeah, you have to brush your teeth too when you get home.
Exactly.
Exactly,
bro.
Yeah, it is. I work a pretty like heavy morning job, so I get off a little bit earlier, but I go to work a little bit earlier, so that's why I'm able to.
That makes sense.
Kind of like I kind of like this earlier realm. I'm also like a big like in bed by 9 o'clock kind of guy.
Really? What time do you wake up?
Like 5:45 or 6 a.m.
Okay.
On the weekends, it's completely different. Once Friday hits, I'm staying up till like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
But ironically enough, so the night that all that, it was like, what was it, Thursday or Friday morning at 1 a.m. when that hit? Like, went to bed, went to bed
the
nuke, the content, yeah, the fucking content galore came out. My dog woke me up at like 1 a.m. and I would go to the bathroom, so I was like, all right, well, like whatever, I'm gonna go take him out, and I took my phone with me. I was like, oh shoot, like I wonder if the update came out, and I look on Battle Nation's Discord, and I shit you not, there are like 75 people in VC. And I'm like, holy shit, what happened? And I joined VC. Bad idea, just a cluster. It didn't really say anything, was just listening in. But yeah,
is it just like constant yelling?
It was Nanos and this Recruiter just going at it. I mean,
no way.
it was just like back and forth. It was not good. Did not come out with their strongest first volley, I would say, in terms of
say with your chest. Say with your chest.
I'm trying to be. Have you guys heard of that thing called like middle ground news?
Choose a side.
trying to play the middle ground news here, but essentially, yeah, MM's first attempt at damage control made everything probably like 10 times worse. But as it went on, they got better with it, which was good to see. But yeah, they were saying some ridiculous things in the.
I wish I was there, man.
Oh my gosh, it was, yeah. Gunv streamed a little bit of it, so you could have listened there for a second, but that was about.
I watched like 30 seconds, and I saw the negative Nanos, and the first thing I thought was, what would I do in his position? And I'm sorry, and it's not streaming. Love the guy, but man.
The slur defense, yeah, the slur defense was really bad after the already allegations from Emma. Yeah,
I didn't even hear. Can I learn? What the fuck? What does that?
Can I learn?
So, the conversation between Nanos and the Recruiter was the Recruiter was arguing that because he was claiming to be special needs, so he was saying that he can call other people the R word because he's special needs. And he was By the way, mind you, this was in front of 75 people. Like, this wasn't just.
I wish I was there. God, would I be debating as well?
And to top it off, he was like, "Yeah, this is exactly like, black people can say the N-word because they're black. So basically, I can call people the R word because I'm special needs," which was quite the opening.
What was the tone? Like,
really combative for no
There's-
reason.
there's no way you just casually say that. Like,
Well, the tone how this started was he kept take out the dreadnought. I don't have the dreadnought available. I just took it out this morning. So the context for this is that the recruiter was trying to do damage control, for the whole situation, and the VC, I think he was kind of winging it. This was definitely not approved. But he kept calling people the R word in chat.
what?
And then Nana was like, "Stop calling people that. Like, you can't say that." And then he was like, "No, I can say that." And then he made the comparison that, because I'm special needs, I can say it, and just like black people could say the N word. And I was just listening to this
That's what he said, bar for bar.
Yeah.
though?
Yes.
That's insane to me. To just I wish I was there.
It was. So the funniest part about this is, like, I popped in an AirPod, right? Like, have to join.
Popped in an AirPod.
And so the dog has been taken out, and the dog is back to bed, and I am laying in bed, doom scrolling through Battle Nations General, right? Because you gotta be.
You gotta.
And I am my fiance is sound asleep, and I am just giggling my ass off in bed with the AirPod in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, now thinking about it, I didn't think of this, but when this all was going down, I actually had to dip out to go pick up family from the airport. But right before I was about to leave, I look at Discord and I start seeing all the commotion start up, and Gunvy DMs me.
Uh-oh.
And that's when I joined the MM Discord for like the first time. And I got invited into the VC, and they're all telling me about it. And I'm just like, wow, this is insane.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to deal with this right now. I'm going to go pick up someone from the airport. Went to do that. Came back, and I did the same thing. Doom scrolled.
Yeah.
Doom scrolled down, bro. Down the rabbit hole of all of this.
So, Clay, real quick, let me show you that formation so you can check it out, or I'll try to do it. So this is your front line formation here, Clays, and then in the back line you'll have this formation, and then you want to fill. I can only max it here, but you want to fill here, here, and here with your R1 battleships or more M10s. But this is the formation, and if you have less M10s, just put them in the back, spaced out. Yeah, but that was bad. That was really bad. It was really funny.
That was bad.
I can't make that.
Say it with your chest.
I can't.
Say
I
with your
cannot
chest.
make that joke. But it made me think, in a lesser way. It made me think, like maybe these guys didn't have the best internet literacy, if that makes sense. I think this is a really good lesson in internet literacy, and also it's one of those things where, like I wasn't in that position, but like let's say like I made that mistake. Like I gave somebody my logins, and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to give you some nanos," right? I don't think I would, but I wasn't there. And if I got like $20 in nanos, I wouldn't have said anything. Like it wouldn't have even crossed my mind of, whoa, what's going on here, right? So I'm trying to give grace. But I see the screenshots of like negative 45,000 nanos, which is equivalent to 1,800 USD. I think I'd probably say something. I just feel like at that point it's like, really, like nothing. I know some people who did receive them actually did. I do want to give people credit, and I know some people did report it to the devs. Like I know there were people in who did receive the nanos who reported it to the devs, and for those of you who did that, it's a really tough situation to find yourself in. So like, bottom of my heart, thank you for taking that action to help make the game better. Do I think you weren't cheating? I think you were unintentionally cheating. I've seen this argument being like, well, if your friend gave you a $20 counterfeit bill and you tried to pay with that, were you using counterfeit money? It's like, well, yeah, you were using counterfeit money. You just didn't know. But it's not like my friend, it's like he gave me $20. It's not like he gave me $2,000 for no reason. It was like, hey,
I
use
feel like
this.
this is a little different though, because they had to have known, bro. Like, there's no way they didn't.
Yeah, like it's kind of in the sense that like to join you have to be a grinder.
Yes.
You have to be on top of your game, right?
Yes.
These are accounts where I would love to have that as my ult.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I would love that to be my account, probably for
Yeah.
a lot of players and
Yep.
everything. And for someone just to come by and kind of say like, hey, you want some free nanos? Get in my van. What?
Yeah.
I'm not getting in your van. I'm not gonna give you my account. Like, besides me being like a creator for Battle Nations and everything,
Yeah.
right? If I was just like a normie, right?
Yeah. If you
I
gave
don't
your
know.
account as a creator, that would be insane. What's up, Gumby?
That is something I can't wrap around my head. That's all. I can't wrap it around my head.
Yeah, I what's up, Endless? What's up, Gumby? Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I think there were some people who were more malicious than others. I don't take the defense. I don't buy the defense of, oh, they weren't. To me, it's they were cheating, but some people were unintentionally cheating. It's not like they were doing it on
Yeah, no,
purpose.
definitely, yeah. I'm not saying everyone's at fault, but like at the same time, it definitely had to cross their minds. Like I don't know, it's too innocent. Now, granted, a lot of them at the same time still. I hope that they get out of the negative nanos, whatever.
Yeah,
but,
please do, please. And I think that's very commendable to get yourself out of the negative nanos as well. I know that's
yeah.
tough financially.
But at the same time, you're not just getting a bunch of free nanos just cuz. Unless like this is my counter argument is they were all friends with Snackers.
Yes.
For me to understand their point of view, their perspective, their position, I guess the only thing I can think is like maybe Snackers showed off like a lot of money. They thought
Sure.
that he was rich
Yeah.
and everything. That could be it.
Sorry to
I
get
mean,
you
I've definitely had like friends on Minecraft buy me a rank and everything, but I didn't need to give my account
Yeah.
to
You
them.
can get a
They
gift
just
card.
well, not even a gift card. They just bought me the rank. They typed in my name instead of their name, and boom, bang, I'm now
It's like
$30
gifting a
on this
membership.
random.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. That's the only thing. They've been friends with Snackers for a while. Snackers
Okay.
has been in MM for a long time.
And I
At
don't
least I
know
think.
that. I don't know this lore. Like I didn't know who Snackers was until
Yeah.
Thursday. So I don't
Yeah.
know any of this.
Okay.
But Gunby is saying intention is required for a factor of cheating. I mean, maybe legally speaking, so, but I don't know. Like,
I don't think morally that checks out.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying anybody was like. I'm not accusing everyone of being malicious here.
Yeah, I'm not accusing everyone being malicious. It's more so I don't. It's just everyone's got free nanos. Oh, hello.
Yeah. What's up?
What's going
What's
on?
up?
Yeah, I just wanted to hop in because I feel like I just hopped in like 2 minutes ago and I heard you guys talking about it. So I wanted to hop in the conversation.
For sure. Yeah, so we kind of backed away from this, and then obviously we have found ourselves right back in it. But I think the idea is kind of or my general consensus, and I'm going to let Murph and AP kind of speak for themselves here, is that we know, and Gunby, I'll DM you offline and let you know who I spoke with in leadership at M about it. I was just kind of like curious to hear everyone's side of the situation. But I think we both mutually agree that there are people who were definitely cheating. Regardless of guild, people were definitely cheating, and then there were other people who were impacted by this nano situation of account sharing, which is it's generally known, it's generally frowned upon, and it is known to be against TOS. But I'm not saying people never do it. I've done it in a previous game before, not for the intent of getting nanos, but for playing my account while I was asleep. But I think it to us it seems that at some point it should have crossed the bridge of, hey,
here
I've
let you talk for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wouldn't say we should have known. I'll start there. I don't think. Okay, for the most people, I wouldn't say. I would have said I should have known. I'll take that spot. I should have known that this was happening. And I think I've talked to AP about this before.
Yeah.
I really didn't know though, so I think AP can probably vouch for that. We've talked about it, and I'm just like, I don't know where this guy seems rich.
I'll say this:
money is coming.
I'll say this, Gunvy, I'm going to be completely honest. I think it was dumb for you to give your account away. That's just it.
Oh, yeah.
Do I think you were cheating? Absolutely not. I've met you. I've hung out with you. You're not you don't cheat, bro. You're a kind soul. But God, were you dumb to give your account away?
I would say.
I'm sorry. I stand on that ground.
I wouldn't say I was dumb. That's implying the risk is not worth the reward. And I would say at this point in line, the risk wouldn't be worth the reward with the known circumstances now. So knowing that they are fake nanofods, counterfeit nanofods, like it's kind of like the situation before. We didn't know. Sorry, not like the situation before, but it's a new situation to where we had no idea that this guy was violating the game to this degree. Black membrane snackers, profit, elite. That is crazy.
No, yeah.
And you can kind of tell by that, just 4 people alone, what kind of uphill battle we were in. So to come to the beginning of it, Snackers, we knew he was very suspicious. Leadership knew. And this is why I think leadership should take like 90% of the blame. 90% of the blame. And then, the others that took advantage of the situation as well. I wouldn't say there was any cues to where leadership should be thinking that these players are hacking the game. There's no cues on that aspect, except for, I guess, early on, macros. But that's not really violating the game servers. That's implementing a software on top of the game, not violating into the server. So it's a different kind of penetration for sure. And then to morally condemn even myself and some of these members is completely off trace there. I just completely disagree with that narrative. Account sharing, yes, I'll take all day account sharing. Even though Andrew said it was in a gray area, I can agree that was it was definitely naivete on my end and some of the others.
Yeah, so the one pushback, I'm not as harsh. Like,
sure.
I'm
willing to take anything.
I'm not like, as a YouTuber, like, yeah, I think as a YouTuber, we should probably hold ourselves to a little bit more like ball knowledge when it comes to like online safety and stuff like that. But it happened. You paid back. I think you're in the clear, in my opinion. Like, all good. What's done is done. Let bygones be bygones. I didn't download the file or anything, so really open to comments about this. I'm not going to share it on the stream. But there were there were leaks that indicated that there were people in MM leadership who knew that that this was sketchy, to say the very least.
Oh, 1,000%. And I would say the leadership that is currently in there had no idea. Though that would be the distinguisher, and that all that were gotten rid of kind of were known of that situation and were dealt with accordingly.
Yeah, no,
I
think,
see a lot of. Go ahead. No, I'll go first.
No, I was going to say I don't know who's been banned. I don't have a list of anything like that. Like, I think the whole situation has kind of been handled. And I do want to address Chosen here too. It's like YouTubers are still just human and BM players. That doesn't discern human nature and mistakes. Totally agree with that. I'm just saying since we have all elected to be public figures within the game, it's a good learning experience. Like we just have to be a little extra cautious. There could be a target on our backs.
Yeah, but on that note, I think that's correct, and I think that's true. The only thing that is just absolutely past the narrative, that is just going fake out there, is just completely false, is saying that any of these people, maybe some of them, I'm not. I mean, Freddie was a shot in the freaking dark. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
I don't know who
some
Freddie
of these
is.
members. Well, that's another one of the members or another one person that was found out cheating. But, there were some of these guys were so esoteric, so in such an echo chamber of a small little group that there was no idea. We had no idea that they were cheating to this degree. But to put some accountability back on our side, we should have seen the signs, and whether they were cheating at this degree or not, they should have been kicked out of MM for sure. And that's what we can take accountability for sure.
Yeah.
And if you disagree with what I've said now, please don't.
All right, Murph, let it rip.
I think I can't fully blame the people that fell into this trap. There is a side of it where it is kind of like in any game, Rainbow Six Siege, Battle Nations, Clash of Clans, it is a little I don't know. You could say it's misadventure, but I think that it's a little tough to directly say that you guys didn't know you were doing something wrong. I'm not necessarily saying that you guys were directly cheating, but to hand over your account and then have this happen, I mean, you should have expected it.
It's a known rule in a lot of games. On Valorant, you're not sharing your account. CSGO, you're not sharing your account. Your Clash of Clans, you're not sharing. Literally any esports I can think of has a rule that says you can't share your account.
It's pretty well known.
Now, what catches me off guard is Alex saying it's a gray area.
That was a little weird.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I knew we shouldn't be doing that. That's the
I think any game. Yeah.
And this is not for a moral reason. This is for a security reason.
And
to prevent some of the immoral stuff that could happen when that gets breached.
I don't know the tech side of it. So I'm sure there are a bunch of they could get access to X, Y, and Z. I don't know. It is weird. It is weird that he did say that was a gray area. My interpretation of it is hey, we understand this is generally against a lot of people's TOSs, but we understand that it sometimes happens. Sharing accounts, I think it was compared as jaywalking or doing something that's somewhat of an infraction of the point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and can I address something that Chosen said? He said you're aware of an account sharing after the Kraken situation with Artem. Now knowing that, what made you continue doing that with Snack plus and not telling the members about this? So this isn't the you're kind of not addressing my argument here, unless I've already conceded that that's true, and that is a naivety on my side. Address my argument where I say that these people weren't cheating, and that cheating directly requires, definitionally requires intention. Because we're not calling out the actions, we're calling out the members and we're calling out the people. So I like to say, and this is a common thing in Christianity, people make mistakes, but condemn hate the sin, not the sinner. And in this place, you can even draw it back further that there was false pretenses on these things that were going on, because whether or not you think it was okay and for somebody to come on your account or not, which, it should be generally wrong.
Sure.
If you look at the situation from our perspective, this guy, he's donating nanos to the community, helping the players within the guild. And then not only are they doing that, but they're helping the game grow as well. Not helping the game, but the guy who's donating the nanos is helping the game.
Yeah, he's donating.
His context matters.
Yeah. I could understand how it could be shaped in a positive light. I think lactose intolerant. This is a really funny username, by the way. I think this is kind of the excuse me. I think this is one of the other concerns is that and I think, like, to be very clear, I personally, for the sake of the game, want MM and all of its honest players and to bounce back, because it is better for the community to have more guilds and more players and more spenders. There's no part of me that wants to see MM fall. Is it hilarious to rag on MM from this situation? Yeah,
it's so funny, and
fucking,
I've been doing it myself.
Yeah.
I've been laughing at myself too.
I get the gist, like, oh, you're in P War, like, you're gonna rag on MM, like, I get it, but, like, it's hilarious. Like, I do think whoever was talking in VC the night that this happened was some of the worst PR I've ever seen. You caught it.
I didn't see that.
It was on your stream. You were there. You were in the VC for it.
Yeah, I didn't. I think McMahon had started, or whoever what was going on had stopped talking too much nonsense when I joined. So I was kind of in the end there, and also I forget it a little bit, so I'll just take your word for it.
It was not pretty, to say that. It was really bad.
It's not good PR.
All right,
and I'll look at can I ask you this? These players are learning how to be leaders, and a lot of them,
of course,
want to be leaders, but a lot of them, have real life jobs, educations, hobbies, whatever they're doing, hobby hangout, hobbies. A lot of them have all of this stuff. So we have to create a balance between moderating our community and our own lives, because remember, this is just a game. Rick's not hurting my feelings. Don't worry.
I know, but I don't want negativity in the chat period. Like, I want honest critiques. That's what I want.
You're good yet for that.
Did we lose you?
No,
He's
I'm
dead.
No, I'm good.
No, he just went silent for everyone.
Wait, who? I went silent?
Yeah.
No, it was like everyone awkwardly just stopped talking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Nanopods. Uh-oh. All right.
Actually, Nano had a very nice word to say.
Really?
So I won't. Yeah, he actually, despite you're laughing, but I actually think he had a rather nice thing to say. Although I don't know if you guys knew this, but I have stepped down as a leader just because I don't want to be. It's a lot of work. I'm like, I want to focus on real life. So it's not a direct thing to the situation.
You guys make me feel terrible, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
I've seen Denis leave his guild, you stepping down from a leader position. How do you think that makes me feel as a creator? Man.
Yeah, some things, don't work out.
This shit's scary.
Nanopods, you can hop in if you want, by the way. But
I was gonna go talk about I just want to hop in and say hi to you guys and display my side of the story. So, but Chosen did want to do like a podcast.
Chosen, do you want to hop on?
I don't know if I want to hop on, but I guess we'll see.
Open invitation. This is a free radio call-in show. We welcome all those who want to talk. This is the radio. This is your Wednesday night disc jockey.
Bet you didn't think the stream was gonna go this way, Hobby.
I thought we were gonna do a quick recap, go over what the dev said, and then I was gonna do my roadmap. But we all right.
Nah, you on the spot.
Chosen would partake. AP, can you give him access?
I can drag him in.
He wants to? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, imagine Gunby cheating for attention. Well, imagine cheating for attention. Sheesh.
Nah, Gunby still
that's a
has
joke.
Dexter's no matter what, and that still pisses me off way more than the cheating.
Well, that I did cheat in. So they never found that out. Though.
All right, if you cheated in the Dexters, you should be permanently eliminated from Battle Nation.
Ooh.
Oh, I know someone who did that.
Oh wait, really? I thought you could have.
It was me.
I'm here to claim the dev account I apparently have.
What's going on, boys?
Is that Chosen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Hey, Chosen, could you give a quick introduction? Just you, I know you're part of MM. Like, what if you were a leader before the incident, or like, I can't say it like that. If you were a leader like pre Pearl Harbor or post Pearl Harbor, like. You know what
it
I
actually
mean?
feels more like Chernobyl. I was researching Chernobyl today, and that's what it kind of feels like.
Have you
I
seen
was drawing some lines to that.
Gunby. I was listening to your stream last night on because I listened to them during like while I'm driving or during work. Have you seen the it was because I work in the energy industry too, so I thought it was really fascinating the conversations. But
Interesting.
Oh,
cool.
Have you seen Chernobyl on HBO?
Have I seen Chernobyl? That is like a movie, or what is that?
What would y'all call it?
It's a show.
It's kind of like a series, like a season series.
Yeah.
A binge watch.
And it's just about Chernobyl.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Really,
I watched the whole documentary. I haven't seen that one on HBO, but I know but it would be interesting. I like researching history and stuff like that, so I might check that out on top. But that's cool.
Yeah, good one. But yeah. Sorry, completely. We flip back over all over the place. Chosen, introduce yourself here.
Hi, I'm Chosen. I'm part of NAMM.
Nice. Do you have? Were you?
Anyways.
So obviously you're very familiar with the situation. Like, were you a part of?
I think.
Go ahead.
I think it's a little bit. I think it's not only was I aware of the situations, I've done extensive investigation.
Okay.
A part of it. Me and Gummy have done extensive investigations into SNASers way before this even happened. Because we, as many of you know, MM holds boss strike simulations. And some scores, including SNASers and other MM leadership, were very questionable, had very questionable scores. Unrealistic, I should say. And so Gummy and I did a little bit of digging, and we brought in some unbiased MM leadership to investigate as well. And the other MM leadership decided to side with them.
What we thought was unbiased, what
we thought was unbiased. But I mean, regardless, from the beginning, I had my reasonable suspicims with SNASers. This has nothing to do with his character, him being SNASers or his personal side of things, or how he represents in the community. Just in general, his gameplay and was raising red flags with me.
Interesting.
The other red flags was what kind of brought I guess was interesting for me was someone willing be willingly to donate so much of money. Let me put that in quotes.
Yeah.
Someone willing to put so much money into other people's account. I understand if if I want to drop $5 on a on a 12-year-old account.
Yeah, nobody's gonna blink an eye at like even
Nobody's gonna
$20.
blink an eye for
Like
that.
no, it's
Even $20, that is fine.
Yeah.
But the amount of money we're talking about is in the thousands,
yes,
tens of thousands, at
thousands.
this point.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands at this point. And that's where it got suspicious because he did hold, if I remember correctly, he did hold a like a giveaway stream for MM only, and was more of publicly advertising the giveaway.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's not
Was
good.
this in the consortium or was this in? Oh, this must have been while I was in Florida.
Yeah, I believe so. This was around that time period. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was like, if you're MM, PME for free nanos, and obviously nobody does that. Unless you know the individual personally or know them for some time. Not just blatantly, especially with the account sharing being questionable. But if going back to your question, pre situation and after situation. First of all, I like to clear the air by with Snassers on his why he was kicked the first place and why he was brought back the second. Why he was brought back to MN.
That's important.
So it's very important because the public has misinformation on this. So the reason why he was kicked was because of his community representation, as well as causing chaos within MM, such as the consortium, willing to poach members directly from MM into his own little cult.
What? And just for those who don't know, like me, like what's the consortium? I'm not familiar.
So the consortium essentially was, so Mainbreaker was our guild master for MM before the consortium, and Mainbreaker had, he was having some personal time and was not active enough for the leadership, for the officers at the time.
Okay.
Snassers included, and so they said, hey, why is a Mainbreaker not active enough? So let's, we're essentially gonna start our own gig.
It's a good question by Ulicky.
Very good question, and
I can answer it. But...
and at the same time, Mainbreaker found out that the poaching has been going on in the back for a little bit, because we also have a secondary guild, KRM, representing representatives that agreed with Mainbreaker that poach, especially with Snasser's offense, it's he should be kicked out of MM.
Okay.
Alongside with anybody else who partake in his little ongoing cult.
Yeah.
So that did happen, and Gumby was a huge advocate for kind of bringing back everybody together, trying to find a medium, which he done a fantastic job of eventually bringing back former players back into MM, and had a complete leadership reconstruction. So now instead of having Mainbreaker being the sole leadership of MM, now there's more of a board of directors. You just have I don't know, 46 officers that represents MM.
46 officers?
No, 456. Sorry, not 46.
I was about to
say the whole guild's an officer.
The whole guild
is
an officer.
Who's an officer?
Yeah, 456 officers, depending on. I mean, obviously, that recently that number changed drastically.
Yeah.
With 60% of MM leadership were axed. So, with that being said, so Black Memory was a key member of officers for about half a year. Would you say that, Gumby? About half a year, right? Black Memory's been an officer. And so during this whole time, and I believe
So he has a lot of public trust, trust.
He has a lot of public trust.
Even being uncondemned by Alex made us feel because he was initially prosecuted by Alex in the Discord, and then later Alex
with his spouse or girlfriend,
and then later. Yeah, exactly. And then later, Alex, because he was clowned on for macroing, which he may or might not have done.
Yeah,
it's kind of irrelevant because the cheating he's done is even further past the macroing stage. I mean, he's completely committed fraud.
Yeah.
So whether he did it or not doesn't matter. He's condemnable in all states. But yeah. Then he had so much.
He dug his own grave at this point.
Right, and then he had so much public trust. And on top of that, there was 4 out of the 7 members in MM. So, it was a very big uphill battle. So initially, I spearheaded even putting my own membership on the line to get some of the other leaders on board with myself to get Snack out of the guild. And then about a week later, or not even a week later, Membrand's already taken. Hey, the boss strike's over. Can we get him back in the guild? And it's just at this point. And then you got EK also. I hate to throw his name out here, but he was a cheater as well. Telling me that what I did for putting my guild membership on the line, creating an ultimatum for leadership to make this decision now. Like just condemning me and morally like saying kind of the same stuff that's going on right now, trying to get these members out of the guild. So it was truthfully a very big uphill battle, and that's kind of why Snack was left against mine and some of the other leaders' best interests as well.
Interesting.
I'm willing to take some other input as well.
So, I mean, at this point, so the reason why he was kicked initially and brought back was separate from the cheating allegations.
Yeah, so so basically I just took advantage of the situation. So Snack had gotten some altercations with some other members. So I kind of took advantage to get to it's kind of like in real life, people take advantage of a narrative to get rid of people.
Okay.
I just kind of took advantage of that narrative where Snack was being accused of being a spy. And yes, he was a spy. He was, but that wasn't the main reason I wanted him out. He's a complete cheater. He's condemnable on all sides. But I just used that and it worked. And then a week later, BM's begging for him to come back.
Now, and note that there's a reason why.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, let Hobby get a question in here.
Go for it.
So essentially, to kind of, I'm trying to summarize this all up here. You have this split, right? As you call it, the Comporium. Is that correct?
Consortium. Correct.
Consortium. It's like a small group. That's what it means. It's small.
So
it's like the round table people.
Call it the extreme faction, if you will. They break off. And then it's debate, talk, everything like that. Everybody merges back together, one big happy family. And then what happens is,
and we also got Snack out at that point as well. He was no longer a leader, so that was a good thing that came out of it.
Yeah, but what happened at that point is that this is so this is essentially when, like, dust has settled, like all the shady things have kind of been pushed out of MM. And with that, so I'm guessing, but before that, so between Alex calling out the self-report and the cheating scandal, and after this thing, there was probably a decent amount of time, right? Does that make sense? I'm trying to put a timeline together.
So name the 2 moments again.
So the 2 moments are Thursday when the negative nanos take place, and when Snackers is out and MM comes back together as a whole.
Okay.
It's about a month, within a month and a half.
No. He's talking about Snackers being called out for like cheating the game, like doing the nanos.
No,
being
no, no, no.
officially confirmed? Okay, sorry, I
No,
misunderstood.
I meant like, yeah, it shows and you were right with what I was saying.
Yeah, so it's he's asking like so it's when he got kicked from MM versus
Oh, I
last
see.
week.
Yes,
Yeah.
I see. Yep.
About a month and a half, I would say so.
Okay, so the dust has settled a
So
little bit.
yes, the dust yes, because he has been brought back, and everything is sunshine and rainbows from his side, correct?
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
And then so this kind of caught people off guard because it seemed like, okay, a lot of shady stuff was happening, but during this month and a half, it seemed like everything was back to business as usual. Like,
A even fooled me. As much as I had my doubts with
Mhm.
Snassers, the second time he returned back, I thought like, okay, maybe he's better. He's a better individual or
Yeah.
something, right?
The thing
Obviously,
is, the dust
I don't converse with him.
Yeah, the thing is, the dust had settled, and I don't know if he violated the game from there, but the truth is
Mhm.
what came out. Is kind of
Yeah.
the distinguisher. But go ahead.
no, that's what I was.
No,
That's
no,
exactly what I was asking.
the nano stream giveaway was before
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
it was a long time ago. It was before I'd say probably 3 months ago, actually.
Yeah, that's gotta be back
Yeah,
in
about
maybe
three-ish,
June,
4
July.
months ago. Before the whole consortium thing even went down. So,
Mhm.
and obviously right now I don't even know the level of the hacked client that he's involved. I mean, obviously I've heard Stabby, spawning ancient sentinels and some other
Yeah, that's not good.
promo units.
Yeah, that's not good.
So obviously there's a lot more to it than just nano
Yeah.
hacks.
Yep.
But
Can you tell me how to spawn the ancient sentinel? I'm trying to start getting no frags early.
I mean, obviously there's really no excuse
Yeah.
for
It's
Stabby.
unavailable. Yeah.
But I mean, it's for me, it's more humorous because his defense was, I didn't beat it, I just spawned it. So I'm like, that's
It's like,
that's
all
kind of
right,
pointless.
You at that point,
All right,
you
dude,
definitely
come
knew
on,
what was
man.
going on.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What
It's
come
important
on,
to
dude.
notice degrees.
You know better.
But yeah, you shouldn't be hacking the client to get there. That's another thing. It's not what he did, it's the way he did it. It's a pretty invasive procedure to get into the client like that. That's why he was kicked.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the dust has settled on this thing. I think we've.
Somebody like Hobby Hangout stream real quick, bro.
Yeah, if y'all could make sure to like and subscribe, that'd be hugely helpful for the content drama that we will bring you every week. So I think this Thursday it is time for another guild to commit a major infraction, so we have something new to talk about. We need a faster news cycle here in Battle Nations.
For real. I agree. We do need maybe not so many negative moments, but we need a faster news cycle for sure.
Okay, but to kind of get into the positives here, and AP and Murph, I know y'all have been kind of snacking and sitting in the sideline.
Yeah.
But I've said it. People have different opinions than me, and so be it. But my opinion is just, I want to make sure that MM purges all players who have negative motives for the game, and then once that happens, I would like to see MM thrive a little bit less than my guild. But I think for the sake of the community, it's always good to have more competitive guilds, and don't want y'all to realistically lose that. But have there been steps taken or addressed to kind of help get everything back and to be functional here, or maybe address like public trust or anything along those lines? You see what I'm asking?
Who are you asking? Yeah, it seems like you were talking to Murph and Beano.
So I was
more directed towards us.
Okay, so let's go around. Well, let's popcorn around here. You know how we did it. All right, let's popcorn over to Murph and AP. Let's get some of their opinions in here. You are now in Chosen and Gunvy's position, right? You have to get some of that. You Cracker Barreled the whole situation. you got to get back to good standing here within the community. What steps are you taking?
AP, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I feel like I have an idea, but it's not fully thought out.
I gotcha. The
Do
thing
you
with
want me- go ahead.
breaking trust, it's kind of shisty. It's not something that you can really get back super easily once it's been broken. I think, of course, eliminating all negative influences or negative actors in the scene for MM is a good move. It's just gonna take time, honestly. And I don't know if that necessarily means not being the #1 guild for the first boss strike. I don't know if that means that, because obviously if that were to
that's not
happen,
gonna
people would be
happen.
like, "Oh, you guys are cheating." But
We're not gonna
It's-
back off.
I gotcha. It's gonna be tough.
But
It's gonna take some time.
You're asking the community, the guild, to self-implode by pushing that and saying, "Hey guys, don't do anything. Don't play the game."
That's fair.
I know. I'm just saying that it's by doing that. If you guys do succeed in being the #1 guild in boss strike, it's not going to be a good look.
I
It's
think-
tough.
yeah.
It's a lose-lose
Hey,
situation.
The community can bring it up to the devs and say, "Hey, were these guys legit?" And we can, and then whatever else goes on from there. And I agree with you. It is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah,
but we
it
would
definitely
rather
is.
not tell the there's no way the leadership
Right.
is going to tell the players don't push. Don't do your
Mhm.
best.
Has there so kind of to go off of that, has there been a more open door policy shifted in MM to say, like if you are aware of cheating or anything like that, please bring it to our attention immediately, something along those lines? Just more of a way to so players feel comfortable, even if it's going against seniority and the leadership. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so
yeah,
they're
work in
implementing.
progress.
Yeah. I mean, they're working on some. We need some systems. I've been thinking we need systems for a long time. It's very important to not leave the rules to so much interpretation, and to be stricter on if we see something, it gets reported and it gets verified. Because although there's a lot of signs, we do need to verify it and make sure it's true. And if we do believe that it is true, we should be prosecuting on it, just like in the court of law,
Wait, so
but we don't need to
speaking
go
on
through all the.
speaking on that thought, if a player is caught cheating, what will MM do?
Caught cheating.
Instant kick and ban
Yeah. If you're caught cheating,
and
you
report it to
get-
dev.
Okay. That makes the most sense to me. Can y'all hear me?
No, yeah, our
Mhm.
leadership has direct communication with Madrona Dev now. So, and that part of that agreement was how we were able to find other cheaters in the guild as well. So, but yes, if one were to be found of cheating or exploiting the game, it's an insta permaban and reported to the dev.
Okay, so
And what do you consider cheating? Does violating term of service count as cheating?
Depends.
There are degrees.
Yes, I wouldn't. In my
Like in
humble
life, there's
opinion, I would
nuances to
not.
everything.
I would not consider sharing devices cheating. Even Alex mentioned this.
Well,
For
the
sure,
term of
yeah.
service
Cheating, but it
explicitly
is
said
breaking.
no. Term of service explicitly
It's
said
not-
no. So.
Yes, we agree on that. It's not cheating, but it is breaking the terms of service.
yeah, I think
That's
that's a good middle ground. It is a
So,
direct.
so let me get it straight. So if someone breaks term of service, they will not be kicked from MM. Is that true?
It depends.
It depends what
depends
the-
on what
it
the offense
depends,
is.
Yeah.
So if
There will
someone
be
like
warnings,
do a-
just like everything, Max. There's some nuances, and when you break terms of service on YouTube, you have a 3-strike system. So I'm hoping in the future we get these documented. And well, I'm not a leader anymore, but I'm hoping that maybe they decide to just do it off the first altercation. But I think a 3-strike system would work well in this situation.
I got
And in
to
Fizz, like a gruesome cheating situation like it was, like fraud, it would be kicked immediately, of course. Sorry, Avi. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I gotta imagine right now, just given the press situation, I would imagine that MM is pretty, obviously it's a 3-strike system, but obviously it's going to be discussed a lot, and it's gonna be pretty stringent on it for the time being.
Oh yeah, we'll be pretty strict on it.
Yeah,
The recent,
I think
foreseeable near future.
I think people get like, I think the only time people would be like completely up in arms against account sharing would probably be like during boss strike or something like that, because I guess like during PvP it could make a difference too, but also like if I want to go do a PvP, I'm probably gonna hop in Discord with the boys and gals and share my screen and have them give me advice while I'm PvPing. Right? That's account.
Here's where I would why I would think that this is like a gray area, right? For example, I have my for example, I'm on baby duty and I want my wife to press 2 buttons on repeat. Is that, where are we with account sharing in that regards? And
that's not account sharing.
Yeah, that is definitely not account
If
sharing.
that's account
AP,
sharing, then I
AP,
should be
that
banned
was-
because Kate has no validation
that was
for me.
breaching according to Alex when it comes to Black Membrane. during his
Well,
stream.
Alex banned me. You got me red-handed.
So that's why I'm saying account
It is
sharing
a-
is a gray area
It is
when
a
it comes
gray
to different levels of offense. Obviously, I'm not saying that I should be banned because I'm on baby duty and my wife pressed 2 buttons.
What if she?
Then I guess that
Standing-
brings
that's on
me
repeat.
an interesting question of how would you guys deal? Would you guys just deal with a one system once they break one code of conduct on the Madrona website, they're kicked from the guild? I mean, I hope you guys know that it is okay. It is okay for you guys to have different standards for your own guild.
I mean, my
But
standard,
I'll defer.
my standard, and I'll popcorn it off here, but my standard would be like, yeah, if you're an MM right now and you account share less than a week after this has happened, you're gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
kicked. Like,
Yeah, it would be a bad look.
it would be
Agree.
just the most horrendous look. Now, if this happens with new members who join 6 months down the line and like time has passed and you catch them, it's like you cannot do this. Like, this should be a firm talking to with all MM members of like, hey, this incident happened, and in order to prevent it, like, we are going to be very strict on this. Now, I'm not saying that, Chosen's wife can't play a battle for him. That would be ridiculous. That is not what I am saying. But I'm saying if you are sharing accounts, I mean, it should be pretty well aware in like circles in the guild of like, hey, do not do this. This would really, really F us right now.
Or when AP
Yeah.
or if
How about
somebody
this?
comes over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was about to
go
say it. Let
Go
me
ahead.
put devil's advocate here.
ahead. Yeah.
I should be banned, and Gunvi should be banned because
Yeah,
I played
that's
on
just-
Gunvi's account, and Gunvi played on my account on stream.
But that's different.
I
do
don't
think
see
that's-
that. I do not see that as account sharing. Now the
Yeah.
issue is there is implications because I make content. Gunvi makes content.
Hmm.
It's
So-
understanding what account sharing and why the account sharing is
And this
the
is a good
protections
question.
in place.
Yeah, right here.
Maybe
When
remotely.
I-
Maybe
When-
remotely would be a good.
Remotely,
When
yes.
I
yes.
think of account sharing, my terminology is sharing my email
Yeah.
or my password over to someone. Not just giving my iPad because I still own the account. It's my account. Unless
Yeah.
Gunvi just stole my iPad and then played on it and then
Yes.
gave it to Snackers and then put nanos, then sure, that's account sharing. But I
Agreed.
just let Gunvi play. He played my account. I played his account. I did not give any password. I did not give my Madrona code when I have to log in. That's account sharing.
Yeah.
And that's account sharing for any game.
Yeah.
Kate's not gonna jump on Valorant on my Diamond 2, my Diamond 2 lobbies. She's gonna be I'm sorry,
Humble
community
brag.
manager Kate. She's gonna hear me right now. She's like a copper, bro. She's a bronze. She's on the lower end.
I would agree with AP.
All right,
on
we're
the
about to
account
witness a
sharing.
civil war in the
This-
AP household. But no, I mean, for the time being, yeah, I think MM needs to be very clear with their members about what the expectations are. And be a little more strict just to work, because MM will get back there eventually, right? Like the guild's not over, y'all are fine. You've done the necessary purge, but yeah, you still, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time, and so be it. But it's obviously like a recoverable situation, because the devs have also elected to let 99% of y'all continue to have accounts and stuff like that. So like, in the devs we trust. That's kind of my motto here.
I guess if we're
Yeah.
questionable on one of the terms, we should probably just reach out directly. The devs communicate pretty quickly with us, but that does create a little bit of a problem for them for some. So I can understand that.
Yeah, I
argument
mean,
as well.
but like, also, if you have that internet history of, hey, we asked the devs about something, like that's gonna reflect positively, right? Like if you mess up, but you asked the devs about it
Right.
beforehand and they never responded, you could say, hey, we were curious about this. We tried to act in good faith here. Like, if you bring it up and they don't respond, that's different than, oh, we just never asked them. Because you could quickly share that screenshot, and that would really, you know, make you all
I've got a
innocent in a
question
lot of
for me.
people's eyes.
I mean, yeah.
This man didn't need free nanos. That is kind of funny.
Joar asked why I did it on my second account because I was skeptical. So.
That it is kind of funny that it was on your own.
I wasn't
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was because I was skeptical. Not about that the nanos were fake though. That he was going to just nuke my account. So it's not like I didn't think. I was like, my second account. What can he steal? What can he do? He can't delete all my things. So I was like, okay. Obviously, that won't be happening again.
Yeah.
But that was the logic. If you want it from me.
Only AP is allowed to play on your account now.
Very true.
You want to know lore? You want to know some lore?
Let's hear some lore.
I was supposed to go on Elite's account,
Of course.
Elite Komodo's account. I was supposed
I-
to go on his account.
I need to get more hip with the community. I need to start learning these names a little bit better.
I was supposed to base design his thing.
Oh, dude, that would be fun.
mean,
That-
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Gunfi, and hello, Chosen, and hello, everybody. It's
Uh-oh.
Nano. No, I'm not gonna. No, it's not what you think. I'm not gonna attack them for anything. It's not what you think. It's not
Alright,
what you
go
think.
ahead.
We're having a casual conversation. I just want to remind everybody, it's not targeted at MM. Okay, I'm saying this on live stream. Someone can clip me if you want. You know. So the thing about the gray area, because I'm a chief information security officer, right? So I work in cybersecurity. So me and Sam and Spartan, you know,
Oh,
We're-
CSO. Very nice.
yeah. There's a one thing that
I'm a
just
CSN.
yeah. Well, there's one thing that I do want to say something in this case of regarding general basic rule is when somebody does offer you something free. I'm just saying in general, okay? It's not targeted to anybody. Just a basic rule. When someone says it's free, just don't take it. It's the year 2025. Cyber risk are developing very in an explicit way, as you guys can see. Also about the fact about account sharing, good, bad, is it right or wrong, illegal or legal? The truth is that whatever happens to the account in section 3.1 of what Marjona said, because I took the time to read about the account sharing when things were going down, when Alex made the announcement, I was like, well, I should actually go read it, right? Because we never take the time to read their terms and service. It does fall into a gray area about, hey, you're just sharing it, but what's actually going on? It's like on a red line right now. Truth is that whenever you make your account, you sign up, you're actually telling the devs that I comply with your rules and regulations, correct? And the
Yes.
rule is the moment you share account, you are responsible for what is going to happen to your account. It is said white and black within the terms. Now, of course, one would say, well, it's my friend and this. You should never take a risk, even if it's your friend online. You should not. As it terms about when we had this, which is a really interesting discussion about like how Chosen said that I'm on baby duty, right? And your wife pressed 2 button. Like, look, we don't know what's going on indoors, right? We just don't know what's going on indoors. Truth be said, whatever indoors, it's your home. But the moment that you're on the internet, then it becomes typically you and TOS problem in between, to be honest. Whatever happens bad to the community or yourself or to your guild, you are in a certain way responsible for what is going to happen. Because here's the thing, you have two choices when somebody offers you something. You have the chance to accept or deny. And there's a third one that comes, well, maybe should I do it or should I not? Should I ask? Person should be asking the right question. Is it legit or not? Well, yeah. In this case, one to say, hey, yeah, it's legit. Don't worry. I just got money from someone. You should never take the risk. You don't even know. That guy might be a criminal in behind the other side of the screen and you know, then screw you over and he's involved in a lawsuit or something, and you know you're complicit into it. You just never know. You just never know these days. I've seen people have done it. I was a game developer and still am. I do develop anti-cheat or maintain them or date them, and I do freelancing for major video game companies as a consultant. You know, I've seen things. You know, I've done things to help them. You know, in between law and not law-ish regulated. Point is, be safe, be careful. Ask yourself the question before committing. Right? Because when you're an adult, you're responsible in some sort of way. Because you have the right to refuse or accept. Of course, it was tempting. If it was me, I will never even take it. I'm not saying anything towards MM. That's not my whole entire point. I'm just saying what is going on, what could have happened, what are the better side. Because I was looking at this unfolding, and I'm like, nobody took the time to ask the questions about legit. Of course, there's one screenshot circling around saying that one claimed that, hey, I got it from CS case or whatever, yada, yada, yada. Even then, you know, but I hope that this is actually a good lesson for the entire community, for everybody in this game to be safe. Actually, it's a valuable lesson. Because, dude, you this is just one thing. We don't know if something worse could happen, right? We don't know. Here's the thing. Here's one risk that nobody should take. Even if you use a dummy email, you could still be traced. If that other guy might be a pedophile, a stalker, or a criminal, or someone that just sick-minded that could trace you back. There are ways to trace your back. There are people out there that have tools even far worse than what we in the military we have tools like right now. I'm being very genuine about it. Safety is important.
Poor champ, bro. Honestly, crazy. Hello, Belanos. Anyway, I'd like to say hello, guys. I've recently just joined, so I'd like to join halfway through. Hello, Matt. Hello, being that Chosen. I'll be hanging out, Murph, and then Nano. Just saying hello, and I'll be quiet.
Please finish your thought, Nano.
Yeah, no, I'm almost done, but yes, just be safe, ask questions, work together. When someone tells you that something is going on, rather than, because when I approach, well, you know what, that's not me for me to say actually, but when I tried approaching someone, it was overlooked. But my point is, when someone, if the community is pointing towards something, this is not for MM, for everybody. If someone points you towards someone or about something, don't ever look at like, hey, don't like fold it over and say, yeah, well, it's nothing. No, it might be for a reason. You know, always.
You're on about Maine and Fish. At the end of the day, I think they were both outvoted. At the end of the day, it's a democracy the way MM was run, and as you can tell, it was inferior leadership that were cheating and kind of creating like an environment of hate and toxicity. So I apologise for that. I know you didn't deserve everything that went on. And it should have been looked at more seriously.
He's not making it a personal, or you're taking it the wrong way. This is just a general.
No, I'm just saying.
I agree with what Nano's been saying. I think, despite calling cheaters, people that cheaters, I think the moral of the story is that you really don't give your account through somebody online. If you're going to share your account, make sure you're going to play, or somebody's going to play your account. Make sure they're in person with you. They can't do anything with your information that way.
I think that's a good lesson for everyone to learn on. Personally, it didn't affect me, but yeah.
And another lesson that I took out of it is, when you are in leadership, you do have some control, and you can you see stuff, and you should maybe try to even if you have been putting so much pressure, you should be willing to put your own membership on the line for some of the values that you have.
Gumby, you know, me and you both did that at the end of the day. The amount of times I put pressure on the other guys,
I'm not making it a personal thing.
I'm just saying, I'm defending you and me. I'm just saying we both know that we both did that.
I'm not here to defend. No, I could have pushed harder, but thank you for that.
No, I'm just saying, Gumby tried to be the fucking right guy, good guy, the whole time. And it's one of those things. Sometimes in a democracy, it doesn't work out. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying, bro.
What's up, Jeff Bezos? What's up, everyone joining in here too? By the way.
Okay.
Sorry.
One thing though,
Go ahead.
I kind of want to continue on like Nano's thought on like, and also kind of like responding to like BNAP like response. So you can say like, let's say like I let my fiance play on my account. Sure. Like she's like almost part of my family's. But then at the same time, like if she does something like fishy, like she accidentally like do some glitches and then later get banned, it is still my account. I'm still responsible for whatever happened, even if she does it. And this is like by extension. Let's say AP and I go to Texas. AP holds me there for like 3 days. I play on his account. I like click on like a fishy link in game, and then suddenly his account is banned. Like, sure, I'm partly responsible for like what happened to his account. But in Madrona eyes, the moment like AP lend me his account, he already like he doesn't forfeit, but like he is still responsible for what happened there, even if I am the one who does it. And if something bad happened that damaged Madrona, and Madrona like launch a lawsuit, it will be directly targeted at AP first, and then he like later he can sue me for like damage later. Like they can also include me on that lawsuit, but AP will still be the main target because in their eyes, that account, the owner is AP.
I mean, if your wife is hacking server client,
that was
I'm talking about like the responsibility. Who is responsible for your account? Even if it's someone close to you. It doesn't mean that like you are like. It doesn't mean like if my wife is on there, I'm suddenly like I'm not like responsible for my account anymore. It is my wife.
Yeah, you're not void of responsibility because somebody else is on your account because you know them because you're in close relations to them. You're still responsible for your account, the account that you've created under your internet personality. RIP.
So yeah, just be careful out there. Like friends and foe are like just like one paper away from each other. Like one day, your best friend may turn into your biggest enemy. So
I'm
just
never
be safe. Be safe out there. Be safe.
The thing is, I'd like to reciprocate that your best friend may turn into your biggest enemy is what is the literal story that MM has gone through in this past couple of weeks. So the people that are naive enough to do this sort of thing, they believe that the once leadership person was once their best friend and completely betrayed them. I don't think that necessarily means they're guilty of anything.
Oh, they're guilty of giving up their account.
They are.
Yeah.
They're
not accountable to the same degree and won't be prosecuted to the same degree, but they will be accountable for their.
100%. But the thing is, what I'm trying to push is there's not malicious intent there. It's just stupidity, naivety, and I think it depends on the situation as well. Because this guy was to you guys, you see him as it's a guy that's renowned for selling cheese. People in MM didn't see him as that.
Of course.
People in MM didn't know that. It was a guy that was once upon a time leadership, responsible for recruiting more than probably 70% of the players in that guild. People trusted him. And that's where this fails, because everyone trusted him and it got so far out of touch with everything else, it became unreasonable, bro. Everyone just believed what he said without actually taking forward.
The counter argument is that the other leadership had some degree of knowledge, so they are still accountable.
Yeah,
I see your position there. I see your position there, Drip, and it's important to give
I have to say, at this point in time when this happened, I was away in Italy for 3 weeks, so I will not take any accountability for this whatsoever.
Yeah,
your
there were other people in MM who knew this was
You're a gangster, Drip.
You're Gumby, you know this is true though. I was cruising around.
I just play the game, bro.
Nothing to do with me.
All times, bro.
If I was there, I would have said,
I'll take your
What
word
the
for
fuck
it. bro.
"What the fuck are you doing?" Mind my French. What the hell are you doing?
I don't care. Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Not like it's not acceptable. I would have said alarm bells are ringing straight away. But you know, there's some people that probably don't think that far ahead. For me, that's probably spent 30k nanos on my base, legitimately, without cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as someone said, "Oh yes, would you like some free nanos?" I'll give them out. No, thanks, mate. I think I'm all right.
Yeah. Next time Madrona offers me free nanos, I'll tell him no.
But the thing is, though, it's like I said, it's a naivety thing. I don't think there was any ill intention behind it. I think it's the person that had this. He recruited half the people that came into the guild. He was seen as someone that had a lot of money. He boasted about it routinely, and then he offered out money. I don't think they thought any further than what the current, short-term game was. I don't think they doubted what his viability was for it.
So this is essentially Snackers is just like the guy that goes to Miami and pretends that he's rich by like renting a Lambo and taking pictures on a rooftop.
Essentially, yeah.
It is
100%.
perception. Yeah, it does have a lot to do with perception.
Now,
100%.
I will.
It's all about 100%.
I still will not. I don't want to dwell on it too much here, but I still don't completely agree with the notion that like there's only one party that was guilty here. I think there were a couple.
Oh, definitely not.
That were
Oh,
also guilty by association.
100%. Because the thing is, I hadn't seen this, but there was at least 3 or 4 people that knew that these weren't legitimate, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, there were some people.
Yeah, 100%. There's at least 3 or 4 people. I'm not going to say. I don't think it transgressed further than that or transcended further than that, but yes, there were at least 3 or 4 people.
Because at the end of the day, and like not to be MM's lawyer here, but
you can be if you want.
That's
Say the same.
That's going to cost a lot of nanos, but I won't let you log into my account.
I can do it. That's the only way I can do it.
I've got a friend that can give you them for free, bro. If you want.
No, but what I was going to say is that if you were to assume that every single person in MM was complicit with this and knew the ill intention behind it, you were also making the assumption that Boris was also behind this too, the only full-time employee for Madrona.
Well, this is where it becomes ridiculous because Boris wouldn't be in this guild from the get-go. So obviously, Boris just stayed in this guild. This was way before everything happened.
And that's what
I need to bring Boris into this.
I'm not. I'm bringing the defense of Boris, is saying I have a very positive outlook on him and what he's done for the game, and therefore it really helps. I just don't have that negative opinion. That I just don't think that everyone was involved.
The thing is, I've been here longer than Gumby has. I can tell you, Boris was here when I first joined, essentially. So I left in October, rejoined in February, and Boris was there.
Yeah.
So if this was a sting operation for February till November, why is it taking this long? Is my first question.
No, I'm not saying he's a spy or anything like that. I'm just saying that he had no idea.
No. Obviously, with what's happened, they've had to take their mark, and they've told Boris to behave as a normal community member while they knew what was going on. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But Boris joined as a genuine member to MM.
Yes.
A lot of MM players had no idea. Honestly, it's like I said, working it out, I think there were 6 players that genuinely knew what was going on, and then probably a 7th.
Okay.
And there was 180 players in MM. No one else had any idea. It was MM players that conducted the sting operation to get Snackers and then banned, Spud Peeler. It was him that got them banned specifically with information. So it's MM working with the community to get them banned in the first place. Yes, it may bring a shit light on MM, but we are trying to do the best we can.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate these statements. I think this is you know, this is for me personally. This help clears up a lot of information. I think that there was more than one person involved in MM. I think that they've been dealt with appropriately by Madrona. I think that the situation in and of itself is clear, and I think at the end of the day, um, you're really not going to have like the only bad thing that I can see happening for MM at this point, or like what the bad press going forward would be, is that if MM won the first boss strike, but like you're good because like P War's just gonna beat y'all. And then the Chinese guild is just going to annihilate the both of us.
Hobby, I really haven't heard any bad press.
The thing is, it's not going to happen now because you guys have publicly sought to nuke MM and every single player in there. So there's 6 players that fucking did wrong, and you guys just went out your way to nuke everyone in MM. So I don't see how.
Drip, come on.
I
mean, nuke.
Wait, Drip. I do want to correct something. I don't think you guys were the first person to like investigate this because someone has brought like this incident to the dev before, so that's why they know when to patch it and then to roll back B.
100%.
So someone has done it before.
It came through a member of MM, so I can list the people involved, but I promised the person involved that I wouldn't. So I know exactly who was involved in this little sting operation.
Yeah, I was making a joke there, just a little run of the mill trash talk. No, I'm not in any position of leadership for P War, so I can't speak to that. Nano is.
What?
Are you not?
You're a guild leader.
Yeah, no, I'm not the DD leader.
Nano is
I'm
just
the
I said
I thought Hobby was guild leader, bro.
No, I'm the one of the officers.
Pay me to be a guild leader in any of these mobile games, dude. I do not. You're
telling me you wouldn't love this kind of press, this kind of good press.
I just learned who Snackers was freaking on Thursday. I didn't know any of this.
Dude, come on, you knew him the whole time.
Yeah, I know. They were the only. Actually, I talked with Madrona. They said, "Nah, you're cool. Like, we won't take the nanos out of your account."
Okay, but I think there's one thing I do want to add for everybody that's watching the stream and etc. I think we all need to come into agreement for one single thing. When it comes to security and safety, I don't think. Well, that's just my saying, but I don't want to hear the fact that there's a democracy. There's one side of the guild that says yes or no. I think when it comes to security, cheating, exploits, etc., I think everybody should band together and work together. Don't you all agree? Fair and square for everybody?
Yeah.
I think it's the best thing. Because because here's the thing. I'm being told that some of this were listening, some of that no. I think the best approach for everybody in the community together with the dev, with the community, is to band together, work together, find exploits, report them. Anybody's cheating, flag it like we're doing in the guild roundtable right now. Work together, make the bad people go away, disappear. Let's just work together. We have an opportunity right now.
The only thing I'd like to say about that, MM have tried to make the bad people go away. They've done that successfully. We've worked with Alex every step of the way. I don't think we no longer deserve this MM cheater guild. We've got rid of everyone. We've worked with the devs. Well, why are you laughing?
I mean,
you can't demand trust.
You cannot demand trust immediately.
Yeah, it's been like 4 days.
Guys, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Drip, you're cooked. That's all I'm saying, bro. And then I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's cooked. It's gonna be cooked for a long time.
I know. I 100% agree, but the thing is, like I said, it's innocent people that have had to fall for people that have actually done wrong. It's like me being I've never cheated once in my life, and I'm getting the stigma attached to fucking 6 players. It's crazy.
No, yeah, I mean, like, it sucks for the players who had no idea, no issue, no nothing about it, right? They're cooked too, bro.
It's kind of crazy when
they're fucked. Like, I'm sorry.
When this first kicked off, beating up, people were like, "Do you want me to do damage control as well?" Well, that's kind of like a crazy 180 there. And I said, "No, beating up, don't worry, we'll sort ourselves."
Yeah, I've also offered to help like how I can because I want there to be more competitive guilds in the game, but you also can't go to people and say we fixed it, stop complaining, sort of deal. Yeah. Like I agree. I want MM to get past this reputation. I want them to succeed because, again, your success is correlated to the game's success because the more successful guilds we have, the better the game does. Can we all agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is a group.
But with that, yeah, there's going to be a grace period and people are going to rag on y'all. Like, I would encourage people, like, do it. Like, you can make a joke here or there if you so please, but, like, it doesn't need to be crazy, but also you can't expect people to, like, forgive and forget. And I think doing stuff like this is helpful too. Like you know, this is a much better story that is being produced versus going into VC and yelling at everyone the night that this happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been quite an interesting, 1 week so far? It's been
like
quite an up and down. No, interesting for
5
everybody.
days.
Yeah, almost a week at this point. I'm rounding the numbers up. I'm not staying at 5. But you know what? Let's look forward. The game has what, 20 to 30,000 players ish.
Yeah.
You know, it's still a delicate, small community. Well, it's still small to me. It's 20K. You know, unlike Lords Mobile that has gambling addicts. But my point is. My point is, let's look forward. Okay, learn from the mistakes, learn from one another. You know, grow up. You know, together, work together towards the same goal to keeping the community safe. Work together, and make a good job and help the devs, right? Because we don't want the game dying, right? It just came back. We can't see it die. They've been in lawsuit with our money. We've been donating money from Patreon, etc. They've been working hard, dude. I've been to courts on a very daily basis for the job my main job. I'm very involved in that. It's not an easy thing. So, let's just let's just learn from this and move on. It's a learn and go situation now.
Yeah, we don't.
You will get better.
Once advertising starts, we don't want new players to hop in the community and be like, "What the hell is going on already?" It's like that meme where the guy walks in with the pizza and everything's on fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, we want to come together as a community. And we want to do our best to flush out people who are intentfully trying to hurt the game, and also be somewhat cohesive unit. We can still trash talk; it's fun. MM's gonna trash talk P-War. I'm gonna we'll probably trash talk MM. Like, it's just gonna happen. But I don't want it to be extreme. Like, I want it to all be in good fun, and we'll be all good.
Yeah.
And I think people were just frustrated. I think in to address some of the major frustrations, in which I was frustrated about very personally too, and I did get worked up about it, is that it felt like there was cheating. It felt like the cheating was really hindering the progress of the game, and that's where people got really frustrated. And I think that's why emotions were so heightened, when this happened.
Yeah, we could have had Q by now.
Yeah.
Should I answer some of these chats towards me? Oh, sorry, I'll let you go through. My bad. Whoever wanted to talk.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so we all agree to move on now. It's done and done, right? Everybody? I guess everybody's on the board. I guess it seems because
talking about this for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I want to make sure because I want to move on and I want to focus what's up front, man. I'm pretty sure other people do.
Yeah, I was like, I've been grinding the hell out of my veterans while we've been talking about this too. I'm almost to R4, so I'm very excited about that. Ooh, I really hope I don't lose it here. But yeah, guys, I think hey, MM, I want to say from the bottom of my heart to the people who are making strides to make their guild a better place, and overall that helps make the community a better place. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to those who contacted the devs when they found something suspicious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone just keep an eye out in the community. Let's all have fun and jest each other. Like, it's fun to talk trash. Like, I'm gonna talk trash. Like, y'all are more than welcome to talk trash. Like, it's fun, but let's not take it too seriously. The situation has been figured out, and I think we've all learned a better lesson for it. And guilds is going to be the next thing coming up here. I think we're like actually implemented in the game, so we're all looking forward to that. But yeah, kind of round table. Let's ping pong it here. Let's put a bow in this. Let's final thoughts it from everyone, and then we'll call it a day. What do y'all think about that?
You're the leader here, brother.
Not everyone speak at once.
I got one.
Where's me, bro?
I got one last bit.
Yep, go ahead.
So going off what Drip Chicken said.
Hello, Chosen.
Hi, how are you? So I think this might be kind of down low and needs more attention. Is after MM's leadership reconstruction with Snasser's first departure, the leadership is essentially a board, a democracy, and as you would know, more than half of leadership positions were occupied by cheaters or so-called cheaters.
Yeah.
And even if
would you like me to just divulge on this? So I'm sorry to intervene, but this is exactly why Snackers was brought back. So we kicked Snackers based off choice, and then unfortunately it turns out that at least 30 to 40% of our leadership, well, let's think about it, more like 46% of our leadership were cheaters. So they divulged in bringing Snackers back, and we had no choice. They pretty much already had percentage gain on them. If that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have brought him back. Me and Gumvy and other people that had like mindsets thought he was a toxic player. We didn't want him back initially. And all I can do is apologise for that. Those cans have been ripped out tooth and stem, and it won't be happening again in MM. I can guarantee you. Continue, Chosen. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No. You hit the nail on the head, and I think the decision is not only limited to bring Snassers back, but with anything, with anything guild decision involved, it requires a majority of the leadership agreeing. But my last bit is as an MM member, we do wholeheartedly apologize to the community for all the uproar that the individuals that were MM has caused. And we, of course, if we do have a zero tolerance for cheaters, and proper action will be taken by Drip Chicken and the leadership team, in coordination with the devs on banning those individuals as well. And I just hope that MM will one day be represented better than what it is today. So.
And yeah,
I can't surmise what Chosen just said better, to be honest. So at the end of the day, MM is made up of like more than 180 members.
Yeah.
And it was 6 people that ruined it for everyone. Those players don't deserve the flack or the hatred they're getting on a daily basis. We've worked every step of the way we can to improve that relationship. And we just hope you can see that. That's all we can do stepping forward. And we genuinely hope that we can be part of the community and move forward from this.
Yeah, I think we're going to be just fine. I think everything's going to work out here all right. I'm sure there's going to be, I think we're in a good place. This is a good way to round it out. Murph, AP, y'all have any thoughts here?
I mean, about like the whole roundup of it all, or
sure, put your bow on it.
I mean, time needs to pass. That's just it.
That's pretty much my thoughts.
For it to heal, for it to just go away, for it to not be a topic for like us talking about it right now. It's not even in the sense of like, what does MM need to do to fix this right now? Because there isn't a solution to that. There isn't a thing to that. It's going to be a long road, just to kind of get that schmut off of the name.
It'll be a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of
You can't scream at a broken arm to be fixed.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I agree with AP and the community on this point. Trust takes takes a long time to build, but instant to lose, and everybody knows
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, hopefully, with proper accountability within the guild and with the devs, would be hopefully we will be on track for that. But my last bit is we're gonna push our players to be the best. If that means first, second, third place, sorry, AP.
So
Chosen
just touching on what Chosen said. So we've recently implemented a new rule list. We've reaffirmed with all our players that, the general derogatory terminology that has been used prior. It's no longer okay within the guild chat. I mean, previously it was made clear that it wasn't okay in any public server such as Donation General,
Of course.
and anything like that. But now
Pokemon
it's
Guild?
no longer now it's no longer acceptable in any term, form, or shape within MM at all. So we've completely clarified that. Going forward, we want to be part of the community. We want to fix everything that we can. Obviously, there's been a massive rift created between what's occurred, and then it's gonna be a long time fixing it. Realistically, there's been a lot of damage done to MM, but we want to go forward as a whole. It's like I said, it's a lot of players affected by the few, and it's very awful to see, but unfortunately, that's just how it is. And we want you just to keep an open mind from MM and just what we can be and who we can be, because we want to open our boundaries. We're potentially going to create a public server where people can join.
I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can I join MM now?
We're at the minute, obviously, because tensions are high.
Not letting any nanopods come in right now.
No,
Come on. I left for this. Okay, guys, let's see how it is.
At the end of the day, I found the only way to laugh about what's happened over the last couple of days, get through it, is just laugh about it. Sadly enough. But no, we're going to try and create a public server, see if we can kind of bridge the boundaries that have been broken. And I think that's probably going to be the best way to lead to better community in the future.
I think that's a great idea.
We weren't aware of this. We didn't want this. It's kind of been enforced on us. And it's like I said, it's pretty shitty being dealt this title when, as I say, it's probably 98% of the members had no idea what was going on. So all I plead you to think about is just that MM aren't necessarily cheaters. It's just those people that have fucked us over. Sadly enough.
Yeah.
And we will do better going forward. We will do better. We will try every way that we can, and we'll be part of the community, and we will push things out. We will talk to every active guild that's out there, and hopefully, like I said, in the long term, become community status, and we'll start inviting you guys in. That is the long-term thing. But we just need to let this calm down a little bit. MM doesn't want to be seen as hated people letting individuals in just to receive more shit. At the end of the day, I'm sure you guys can appreciate that.
Of course, and I mean, frankly, once BSR starts cheating, y'all will be blown under the rug immediately. So you're good.
Let's not start
Is how we're creating enemy for keyword.
Let's not start throwing cheating accusations around.
I'm just joking. I'm just in good fun, man. I'm never gonna not poke good fun in this game. That's just who I am.
I know it's good fun, but it's like I said, a lot of good people can live and die by the sword, just as our guild has experienced in the last couple of weeks. It's very, honestly, bro, it does a lot of damage to people that genuinely do try hard and wear their socks off and play legitimately, just to be shamed by a few players. And that's all I want to push out, bro, because all these players had no knowledge and just wanted to do good, and their reputation and the way they want to play the game has been ruined by this completely.
Yeah. So I think we're all good.
Right.
I think once guilds come out, this will all blow over. But guys, I do have to wrap it up here. To everyone who was a part of tonight, round table, does anybody have any socials that they want to promote?
Wait, what social?
Yeah, I'm a small streamer. If you could please subscribe and like and
Good God.
Never heard of you. Never heard of you.
fuck.
Fuck,
Now,
dude.
everyone, all you need to know is that AP loves Jollibee. Spanish
Go
Charlie
away.
Bean, yeah.
Okay.
Even
This is not even my-
found them for being my exploiters.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, I have to go eat dinner. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel, not only to my channel, but please also subscribe to AP, Murph, Gunvy, Denny, Law, all of your Battle Nations creators out there. Please, it really does help get the game out there. Sounds like we've all come together as a community tonight. I'm really happy about that. I hope we can still have good fun in the future. Let's not hold too many grudges. But yeah, I appreciate everyone hopping on, and thank you everyone for their time tonight. I'll see you all next Wednesday.
Appreciate it, Hoppy.
Yep. Good night.
Adios.